Welcome to Hari IFS from Berlin. In today's video, we're diving into how you can confidently prepare for your next IFS Food version 8 audit, step by step.
Let's be honest, an audit, it can be a really high-stakes, stressful event, right? There's just so much on the line. But what if we could change that feeling? What if we could turn all that uncertainty into real, solid confidence? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today.
So here's our game plan. We've broken it down into 5 key sections. First, we'll tackle why this prep is so critical. Then, we'll dive right into your pre-audit action plan, get your documentation in order, figure out how to avoid those common mistakes, and wrap it all up with some best practices that'll really make you shine.
All right, Section 1, let's start at the beginning. Why is all this prep for version 8 so important? Well, it really all comes down to understanding what the standard is trying to achieve in the first place.
Okay. Take a look at the official objective from the standard itself. It's not just about ticking boxes or passing a test. The whole point of an IFS certification is to assess that your entire operation can consistently make products that are safe, legal, and meet every single one of your customers' specifications. It's all about demonstrating that you're a trustworthy manufacturer.
And here's why the timing is so critical right now. Version 8 came out in April 2023. By October, audits were possible. But the big date, January 1st, 2024. As of that day, V8 audits became mandatory, no exceptions. So if you've got an audit on the calendar, this is the standard you have to be ready for.
Okay, so we've got the why down. Now for the how. This is your pre-audit action plan, your roadmap to being completely ready before that auditor even steps foot on your site. Think of these 6 steps as the absolute backbone of your prep. You've got to conduct your own internal audits, and I mean really effective ones. You need to do a proper management review to see how the whole system is performing. Your document control has to be on point, everything up to date. Then you validate your HACCP plan, prove it actually works. Get your staff trained up so they're confident. And of course, make sure the site itself is ready for inspection. It's a comprehensive checklist for a reason.
And if there's one thing, just one thing you take away from this section, let it be this. Your HACCP plan is the heart and soul of your food safety system. I mean, the standard says it right here. An auditor is going to spend a ton of time on this. They'll look at your hazard analysis, your CCPs, your monitoring, everything. It all comes back to HACCP.
So you've got this great system running, but how do you prove it? The answer is documentation. You have to think of your paperwork as the evidence. It's what makes your system visible and real to an auditor.
And this table breaks it down perfectly. You've got your big picture stuff, like your food safety policy and management reviews. Then you've got the nitty-gritty of your HACCP plan, the flow diagrams, the hazard analysis. Then there's all your operational documents, raw material specs, cleaning schedules. And critically, you need the records to prove you're following those plans, your CCP monitoring, your internal audit reports, and finally, your response plans, like for a recall. The key here, make sure everything is the latest version and you can pull it up in a second.
All right, we've covered a lot of what you should do, so now let's flip it and talk about what you need to avoid. Understanding where things can go wrong, understanding nonconformities, is how you proactively protect yourself from failure.
Now, the absolute biggest landmines you need to watch out for are the knockout requirements, or KOs for short. There are 10 of them in version 8, and they are non-negotiable. These are so fundamental to food safety that if you fail on just one of them, that's it. The audit is over. It's an automatic fail.
And here are just a few of those critical KOs to give you an idea. We're talking about things like top-level management commitment, having a solid plan for foreign material risks, a traceability system that is absolutely bulletproof, your internal audit program, and how you handle corrective actions. You just have to nail these. There's no other option.
And if you want to see just how serious a KO is, look at this. A major nonconformity, that's bad. It docks you 15% and you have to do a follow-up audit to get certified. But a KO nonconformity, that's a whole other level. It's a 50% penalty, half your total score, gone. And you can't just fix it. You have to start the entire process over from scratch with a brand new initial audit. It's a disaster. So you can see why focusing on these KOs is everything.
Okay, for our last section, let's shift gears a little bit. We've talked about passing the audit, but let's go beyond that. This is about moving from simple compliance to showing true excellence. This is how you really impress an auditor.
These are the things that send a powerful message. When senior management shows up for the opening and closing meetings, that screams commitment.
When you can run a flawless traceability test on the spot, mass balance and all, that shows control. Having all your documents ready to go, clear and easy to read, that shows you're organized. And when your team can talk confidently about their jobs and their CCPs, that shows your culture is real. Oh, and never underestimate a clean, tidy site. It really does make a difference. And really, it all comes down to this one simple idea. The audit itself is just a snapshot in time. It's 1 or 2 days. But a real food safety culture? That's continuous. It's what you do every single day when no one is watching. And you know what? When you get that culture right, the audit just becomes your chance to show off all the fantastic work you're already doing.
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching Hari IFS from Berlin. Now it's your turn. What's the one area you find most challenging during IFS audits? Leave your answer in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more IFS insights.